Describe a piece of technology that you feel difficult to use.
A tech gadget that I personally find quite hard to use is probably the MacBook. As you probably know, it's a sleek, high-end device from Apple and is really popular with tech lovers around the world. If I remember correctly, I had a chance to try one out around 4 months ago. At that time, I was preparing for an important presentation at university, but unfortunately, my laptop had some major issues and suddenly stopped working. I had to take it to a repair shop, and the whole process took a couple of weeks. While waiting, my brother offered to lend me his laptop, which was a MacBook Air. At first, I was pretty excited because I'd always heard good things about MacBooks, like the beautiful design, long battery life, and great portability. Plus, I've been using an iPhone for years, so I figured it wouldn't be that different, but I was totally wrong. The keyboard shortcuts on a Mac are completely different from what I was used to on Windows, and I kept getting confused when trying to do simple tasks on apps like Word or PowerPoint. I had to keep asking my brother for help, which understandably started to annoy him. Another issue was that the MacBook barely had any ports, so I constantly had to carry a dock around, which was kind of inconvenient. To make things worse, some of the apps I usually used weren't compatible with Mac OS, so everything took longer to complete. Honestly, even if I could afford a MacBook in the future, I'd still go with a Windows laptop. It just feels more user-friendly and better suited to my needs.
What technology do people currently use?
These days, people use all sorts of technology depending on their needs and lifestyles. But the most common one has to be the smartphone. Almost everyone owns one now, and some even carry two, usually from different brands to serve different purposes. For students and office workers, laptops are also essential. They rely on them heavily for studying, doing assignments, or handling work-related tasks. Another form of technology that's really trending right now is AI-powered tools, especially virtual assistants like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, or Gemini. These platforms have taken the world by storm and completely transformed the way people search for information and interact online.
Why do big companies introduce new products frequently?
Well, I'm no expert when it comes to economics, but in my opinion, it all boils down to profit. At the end of the day, companies need to make money to survive, and big corporations are no exception. Also, with the rapid growth of technology, things change almost overnight. So, to keep up with new trends and meet customer expectations, these companies have to keep launching new products. On top of that, major players in the market usually face fierce competition, so they don't really have the luxury of standing still. Constantly updating and improving their products helps them stay relevant and gain more market share.
Why are people so keen on buying iPhones even though they haven't changed much from one iPhone to the next?
Well, I can definitely relate to this because I'm one of those people too. In my experience, one major reason is that many users are already so familiar with the iOS system. It's clean, user-friendly, and incredibly stable, which makes it difficult to switch once you've gotten used to it. Another factor is that certain features like AirDrop and iMessage work best within the Apple ecosystem. So if most of your friends or colleagues are iPhone users, sticking with Apple just feels more convenient. On top of that, at least here in Vietnam, iPhones are widely seen as premium or even luxury items. For a lot of people, it's not just about practicality, it's also a way to express personal style or signal social status. That's probably why, even if the new models don't offer huge upgrades, people still want the latest version just to keep up.
Why do technology companies keep upgrading their products?
Off the top of my head, I'd say it's mainly because technology moves so fast these days. New stuff comes out all the time, and what feels advanced today might be seen as outdated just a few months later. So if companies want to stay relevant, they really have no choice but to keep improving their products. Take smartphones for example. There are tons of brands out there, and many of them release new models every few months. If a company stops upgrading or trying to stand out, chances are they'll fall behind and lose customers really quickly.
What changes has the development of technology brought about in our lives?
From what I have seen, technology has completely transformed many aspects of our daily lives. One clear example is the way it has revolutionized the shopping industry. In the past, most people preferred shopping at brick-and-mortar stores, and only a few were into buying things online. But now, the trend has completely shifted. People of all ages have become so comfortable with online shopping that many physical stores are struggling to stay afloat. Another major change is how we search for information. With the rise of AI-powered tools like ChatGPT or DeepSeek, people now can access in-depth knowledge across different fields with just the click of a button. This has made learning faster, easier, and more personalized than ever before.
Does the development of technology affect the way we study?
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about that. With all the tech advancements these days, learning has become way more accessible and convenient. We've got tons of options now, both online and offline. And if you're good at self-studying, you can totally make use of AI tools or free content on platforms like YouTube or TikTok to learn pretty much anything. That said, I think there's a downside too. Because everything is just a click away, some people might get lazy or start relying too much on tech. I've even heard people say that we're losing our ability to think deeply or focus for long periods, and honestly, I kind of agree.